Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. So in all actuality, it is Friday evening and spring break has commenced. I'm not doing anything for spring break. I am getting my house, trying to get it back together because y'all know I had that waterproofing situation and ended up having some other stuff on top of it. So I don't even have any money to go anywhere for spring break, but you know, I got a week off from work. I'm excited. Mark and I will be here together. And unfortunately, August, his spring break is the week after Easter. So we do have a couple of overlap days, but yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, for you, it is Sunday. And that means it's mimosas and makeup. I'm happy, I'm excited, and I'm proud, and I'm gonna enjoy. I am enjoying a glass of Sutter Home sweet red wine, no Bacardi, you know, pineapple in it this time, just straight wine today. And I am going to be using the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 Rose Palette. I'm smiling because I have to tell you the whole backstory about me and Mr. Patrick Ta. So if you wanna see my take on this palette, 3 looks, some final thoughts, and you know, just my usual chit chat. Keep watching this video and let me know what you think. Are y'all still being tempted by this Sephora sale? Because it's about to be over and it's still too much. Like I still be looking on there like for stuff I want, knowing that I don't need a thing. Anyway, if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to connect with a makeup enthusiast that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, so let me tell you how this came to be. So when Patrick Ta first released the Major Dimension palette, this is after his blushes came out. Now I sat on his blush for a year before I even used it. That's number 1, 2, and 3. That's just bad, okay? But I really do like them. They are really pigmented. I used one in this video where I had to lighten it up because I was looking like I was cold. I looked like I was up there with Santa and it was just too much. So that's good though. I just, you know, learning curve. And I had the same learning curve issue with the Major Dimension 1 eyeshadow palette. So many people were raving about it. Honestly, when I saw it, I was not into neutrals at that time. I may have just started, you know, seeing some neutral palettes that caught my eye and everybody's like, oh, it's Patrick Ta. And then I watched this video and like, he can just get you caught up in the rapture because I love hearing him talk about his products, like all of them. It doesn't even matter. It's like that with Hendash too. Like I might not even want it, but I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen. So I ended up ordering the palette from his website and an eyeliner. There were some things that I really liked about the palette. I really liked those cream shades in there. The shimmers though. There were just a couple of weird shades in that first one. I don't know if it was a matte or a shimmer or a mix or a mimmer. I don't know what it was. I don't know, but it was an odd shade. And then some of the shimmers were textured and I had difficulty working with them. His thing is that he likes the texture. Maybe it was something in my application where it made my lids just not look good. It was just unflattering. I really didn't give that palette a chance. His return policy was like unused makeup. So I put it on Mercier and it immediately sold. And I was just like, damn, that sucks because so many people like it. Well, fast forward to seeing this beautiful color story, I got sucked in again. I watched the makeup releases, purchase or pass videos just like anybody else. And so many people were like, oh my God, like I love his first palette. And I'm just like, what did I miss? There had to be something that I missed. So I decided to give this a chance, especially at 20% off. This palette is expensive. It is $68. So if you can get anything off, like that's great. From his site, you can get 15% off when you sign up for like the emails and texts. It is vegan and cruelty free. It has a 12-month shelf life. And you know that one of the very special things about this palette is that it has these 2 cream shades. You have a light one and a deep one. We'll go into the palette up close in just a second. I did pop onto his website because I just wanted to go ahead and just give some background about the palette. So this palette is a daily wardrobe of rose tone tone neutral shades that will become your daily go-to palette. A mix of warm, cool, and neutral matte satin and pearlescent shades with 2 cream bases that create the perfect rich canvas for your shadows. And as far as the application, it says using a brush, apply creams and eyeshadows and blend as desired. Each shade can be worn alone or layered together for optimal depth and dimension. Layer and experiment with applying the bases all over the lid or to the lash line to intensify smoky eye or to the crease to add depth. Top with shadows like the velvety mattes or the transparent pearls. So there's the inspo behind the palette and how the shades are to be used. So the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and get into these swatches. I'm going to go over the names first and then I will show you the swatches on my arm as a whole. So we're going to start with the top row, but before that, how about we just look at it? Like, it is such a beautiful palette, and you can see it's kind of like monochromatic, going from the lightest shades to the deepest shades, and then you have the 2 creams with this little enclosure here so that you don't get your powder products, you know, all up in there. So that's nice because you want this to last as long as it can because it costs a fortune. So let's start with the shades on the top row, shall we? The first shade we have is Loyal, which is a rosy beige cream. Affair is a metallic purple with pink reflex. Desire is a warm rose with gold pearl, which is so beautiful. This might be one of my favorites. We have Lust, an iridescent pink pearl topper. Romance, a multicolored cool pink pearl topper, and Adore, which is a metallic warm champagne. So that's the top row. On the bottom row, we have Unfaithful, which is a chocolate brown cream, Heartache, a deep brown matte, Passion, a plum brown matte, Devotion, a cool mauve matte or mauve, Amour, which is a pink beige matte, and then Crush is a pale pink matte. So I'm gonna cut into these gorgeous, gorgeous swatches right now. All right, you guys, so here are the swatches of this palette. Look how beautiful this palette is. So this is the first cream, and this is the second one, but look how opaque that cream is. Like, I have that little tattoo right there, and I mean, it is covering it. It is so beautiful, and it's so rich on the eyes. So I love this color story. I love these shimmers and the reflex that are in them.
I have to take a shower.
I would like you to take a shower tonight.
No.
But why did you ask me then? Why?
I just don't want to.
All right, that's the swatches. I understand. There's a lot of things we don't want to do. Okay, be dirty. Let's just go ahead and get into 3 looks. And I'm gonna link my old video because I don't think the look came out bad, but I did think that my lids were a bit textured. I didn't appreciate some of the formulas that he had. I'm gonna show you why so many people are gonna love this palette right now. I'll be back to wrap it up at the end. All right, you guys, we are gonna go into the first look with the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. This is so beautiful. It's my first time using it, and this is part of what I purchased for the VIB sale. I also have some new products on my face that came in my shipment, and I am going to mention those at the end. So let's go ahead and get started with this baby. I'm really excited, and I am gonna go into, now let's see how we are looking at this. I can't deal with the shade names when they're inverted, so let's just go ahead with the first cream shade right here, and I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow base. So I do not have on my usual Urban Decay. I am going to be taking this shader flat brush by MSQ. So I was going to use my finger for this, but then I just thought about how I don't want to put my finger in these cream shadows. So I'm going a bit higher up because I'm using this as an eyeshadow base, and I want something that the mattes can cling on to. This is just a crease brush that I'm gonna use by MSQ. And I'm just gonna use that to diffuse out our cream shade here. This actually blends out really nicely, and I do recall saying that about the cream shadows in the Major Dimension 1 palette. Now I know my face is looking a little red today. I actually used a Patrick Ta blush. It's Oh She's Different, and it's this plum shade, and it is really red, and I feel like I don't know, I look like I'm cold. So then I put an Hourglass blush on top of it because it was way more red than this. So we'll see what it looks like at the end. I got this like monochromatic face look going on, but we're gonna keep it pushing. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm gonna use a What's Up Beauty R103 brush, and I'm gonna focus more in the crease area, and this is going over the cream base very, very easily. Ooh, ooh, okay, I like this a lot. Now remember, my biggest complaint, and I probably mentioned this already, in the first palette was with the shimmers. They just weren't my cup of tea, so we'll see how I feel about these. But so far, I really like this blend, and I like how the matte works over the cream. Now I know, see, Patrick Ta is real big on putting creams over mattes, but I'm just not. I did that with the blush, and I just, I don't know. I just am gonna just go ahead and stay with my tried and true method. So let's get into a shimmer now. The shimmer that's sticking out to me is this one right here. This is a Duochrome Shimmer, and it is the pink to gold flip. I am not sure how this pink to gold flip is going to compare to our indie shadows that have that pink to gold flip. Maybe that's something I can compare at the end. I am going to use a brush today. This brush is the Bristles Beauty P06 RF brush, and I'm kind of scraping the surface a bit because I was going into it with my finger, but I'm a little worried about these getting hard pan for some reason. They just look like the types of shades that will, and I don't want to have that happen. I mean, who does? So I'm just gonna tap this in. I did not spray it. I probably could have, but let's just see how the shadows work on their own. So this one's really sparkly. This one's textured. So spraying it would not hurt. But so far, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I think the sparkle on this is really, really nice. Let me find out. I like this palette, and then I need the first one again. So here's what we're working with, and I really like it. All right, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to take my same What's Up Beauty brush, which is the 103. I'm gonna tap into this matte shade here, and I am going to just focus that a bit on the outer corner. I don't want too much, just a little bit. And you can see it right there. It's very subtle today. I'm gonna go into this shade right here for the lower lash line. And for that shade, I'm using a Refer 26 brush. And I'm just gonna sweep that under my lower lashes and join it in the outer corner. Right, I'm going into this matte here, and I'm just gonna take a pencil brush and highlight my brow bone. And I'm gonna take the same brush for my inner corner highlight. I'm gonna go into this shimmer, and I'm just gonna put that on the inner corner. All right, here is our look. I'm gonna finish this off camera, and then I'll be back to let you know what I'm thinking. Okay, I still look a little bit red, but we're gonna work it out. All right, here's the finished look, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This is kind of giving me some Charlotte Tilbury vibes. Don't y'all think, like some Pillow Talk vibes? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this so much. This was such a simple look to create. Like, it wasn't hard at all, and I just feel like it's smoky, rosy, sultry, all in one. So let me tell you what I put on my eyes to finish off this look. So I am using the Patrick Ta eyeliner, and this is Burgundy. This is a matte liner, and this shade was released with the new palette. There was also a copper gold shade, which I feel like I'm gonna end up getting. I used the Supernatural Lash Mascara by Melt Cosmetics. That's the new one I'm trying out. And for blush, I told you I have on the Patrick Ta Oh She's Different. It was a little too deep for me, too potent. Maybe it's the way I put it on. So I covered it up with an ambient blush by Hourglass, and this is the shade Ethereal Glow. All right, let's talk about some of the new products I have on my face. So this is the Dior Addict lipstick. You know, the ones that are refillable, the one that goes in the denim case that I don't have yet. This is the shade Pink Bow. Look at that, no liner today. So there's the shade. Love that. I'm also trying out the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen Serum, and this is the Hydrating Mineral Shield with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and SPF 50. This one is a serum. I wasted some when I poured it out because it is really a serum. This will be the first day that I've worn it all day, so I'll have to come back with an update. And last but not least, on my brows, I have the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel. Usually I use his brow wax, which I really love. And I think that one thing you have to just remember is if you put on products first, like I use my NYX Lift and Snatch and then my Maybelline brow pencil, don't like comb through your brows and be all hard with it, because I feel like it does impact the product underneath. If you do, you just do a light coating, and that's the same thing with the wax. So this is the lamination gel. This will be my first time using it, so I can't say whether or not I like it, but what I can say is I do like how my brows look. And as far as messing with the product underneath, it did not, because I didn't comb through really heavy. So, and they are in place. I feel like they really are. So well, that's it. I know this is a little rosy, but it gives me like a little baby doll look, I think. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, but I love this look. I love it. I have nothing negative to say, and I can see me using a palette like this every day, but I can't afford to do that with how many palettes I have. But I cannot wait to get into some more looks, so let's do that now. All right, you guys, I'm back to do a second look with our Patrick Ta palette. I'm excited. Today is the last day before spring break, and we're having pajama day, which means I'm just wearing my little sweats. I got some colorful socks and my hoodie that you probably see me wear in just about every video. This is how it goes these days. So today I'm gonna start with the deeper cream shade, and that's that one here. I'm gonna try this brush out. It's not a complete flat brush, but it's by the brand Glamour. There it is. Let's see how this one does in the cream. So before I use like a really flat shader, let's see what a fluffier brush does with the cream. Oh, I did accidentally prime my eyes, so there's that. Just gonna go ahead and put this on. Ooh, this color is so rich. I like it. So this brush seemed to pick up a nice amount of the cream, so it works nicely with the fluffy brush as well. So again, I just brought this up a little higher just because I meant for this to be the eyeshadow base. And I'm going for a smokier, deeper look today using some of the more rich shimmers. So that's kind of the plan here for this look. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this shade here. And let's go ahead and use a Bristles Beauty EO4 RS brush. So this is sticking really nicely, and this is a textured one, so I am just tapping it in. You can see that there. That's a really pretty shade though. Ooh. I remember not being too happy about this type of shimmer formula with the last palette. That's why it's so crazy how eyeshadow can change, or your taste, what you like. And I'm here for a good texture as long as it doesn't look, you know, like wrinkly, you know what I mean? So it might have just been the way I was using the palette or the shades. Yeah, I'm not sure. That is really pretty. I'm into that shade. Now I know this is not blended out really great right here, but we're gonna fix that shortly. I'm gonna go into another shimmer. Now this is the deepest shimmer in the palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and check this one out. Using a Blends Bunny B3 brush. I'm choosing this brush because it is a little more dense, but it's not completely flat. And let's just see how that works with this shimmer shade. I'm tapping it off. And what I'm trying to do is have it merge with the first shimmer that I chose. I love the golden reflex in this. If you can see it, very pretty. I really like the little subtle differences between this look and my first look. So there's what we're working with the two shimmers. Beautiful. These are beautiful. So now what I want to do is I want to get into some mattes to kind of blend out these shimmers, and then I'm going to pick a deep one to smoke out the outer corner. I'm going to go into a Bristles Beauty EO2 RL brush. I'm going to go into this matte. We're going to use it to kind of blend all of this up. I'm just taking the slightest little amount on my brush because I can still feel like that tackiness, and I'm more so like just tapping it because I just don't want it to like get patchy or catch, and then I will blend it out. Oh, I love this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into our lightest matte here and use that to just soften up the outer area here. I'll probably go back into that. I should have done that last because I'm gonna use that deep smoky matte as well. But this looks good just like this, actually. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into our deepest matte, and I'm taking the same brush and I'm gonna be tapping that into the outer corner just to give this more of a smoky look. And I'm putting it in the crease as well. So last but not least, I'm gonna go into the lower lash line. I'm gonna take this matte and just sweep it under my lower lash line. I'm gonna be using the Smudger brush by e.l.f. Cosmetics. And then to finish off, let's go ahead and take this shimmer here for the inner corner. Highlight. Just using a pencil brush by What's Up Beauty. Any pencil brush will do. Inner corner highlight, but I love this shade for it. And that's the second look. Let me know what you think about this one. As per usual, I'm gonna go finish this look off camera. I'm gonna find a lip, it's gonna be a new one, and then I'll be back to let you know what I think about this one. All right, you guys, I'm back, and this is the finished look. All right, let me tell you what else I have on my face. So to finish off the eyes, I use the Patrick Ta Precision Gel Eyeliner in the shade Deep Bronze, and that's it right there. I also have on the Makeup Revolution 5D Lash Pow Mascara. For my blush, I'm using the Laurent Mercier Tinted Moisturizer blush in the shade Southbound. And that's the shade there. Now for lips. This is brand new, and I'm stalking another shade, but it has been out of stock for a while. This is YSL Slim Velvet Radical lipstick, and the shade is Released Nude, and I do not have it on with a liner, and there it is. I'm gonna set my face with the Urban Decay Vitamin C Cactus Flower Water Setting Spray. All the other face details will be in the description box. I'm really trying to be good with that and the links, so you can just click right on them if it's something that you see that you like, especially while the sale is going on. So we're gonna do one more look and then I'm gonna wrap it up. So I'm feeling good. I'm off of work until the 19th. What else can we say? Let's go ahead and play with some eyeshadow here. And we're gonna do one final look with our beloved Patrick Ta palette. So I have on my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I think we're gonna keep this a bit light, yeah. Hey Marky.
Hi.
What's up? Guess you didn't want anything. All right. We're gonna start with this matte right here. Oh God. Hi. Wow. What's wrong?
Pee.
We're gonna start with this matte. I'm using an Eggshell Fluffy brush.
Don't pee my pants again.
So let's go ahead and put this on for. I'm saying that could be your transition right there, and you're done. You don't even need to do anything else. I didn't do anything. Did nothing. And this is an Amazon brush. Amazon brush, y'all. So again, going a bit light with this look. I don't want to commit.
Mom, zoom it all the way in.
It is zoomed all the way in. No one can see you. I'm not even doing anything. Like, I'm not even working. I'm not working. I'm just doing this. This brush set might have been $10 or $12. Let us go. Oh, let me change my, let us change my camera battery. How about that? What are we doing?
Keep Sonic safe.
No, I'm not keeping him
you
safe.
are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you carry him in the whole video.
I'm not gonna carry him in the whole video. No thanks. Take him. August. People aren't into this. All right, you guys. So look at that. Okay, let's say you just wanted to go ahead like this. We have a look, but we're not gonna do that. That'd be too much like right. I am going to go into the next deepest matte, and that's this one here. I am gonna use a BK Beauty A504 brush, and I'm guessing that's the shade Devotion, Passion. I can't do this, I tried. And that's why I didn't do it with the first two looks, because I have been backwards in whole videos and didn't even know. So I'm gonna try to.
My fish bus.
Okay, can you get them? gonna try to make this a halo-ish type look, a very light and airy situation. These mattes are so good. Like, you don't even have to do any work. Synthetic.
Plate.
What happened to your plate?
It's gone.
Wait, what did you want to get? Oh, can you use a paper towel? I think I do want to try to do a halo eye, but I think I'm gonna have to put some primer here. So let's do that and see, you know, a little something different. Y'all know I do the same thing a lot, so I want to like try to make it fresh. Now, I brought out my Glamlight Icing Primer in the shade Classic Vanilla. So that's gonna be a very light shade, as you can see right there. And I'm taking the Lavish brush that I used, I think in the last look. I'm just gonna go ahead and try this on the middle portion of the lid. What did you do with your plate? Did you put it in the sink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll get you a new one. Just give me a second. So this is a lot, but we're gonna try to do something a little bit interesting because why not? So for the halo eye, and this, I'm kind of thinking the shade here, which has to be the shade Adore. I'm thinking this gold. Let's go into this Lavish brush, and I want to pick the lightest shade, and I put it over a kind of like a more white base, just because I wanted it to really stand out. Now, I am not the best with the halo eyes, so just bear with me. It will come together, but just... Marky is being very dramatic because... Marky, you didn't have dessert?
Yeah.
You did? Mm-hmm. What did you have for dessert? You had a fudge bar and now you want... What do you want?
My tummy hurts.
Oh, your tummy hurts. But what were you just asking me for? I feel like he was asking me for a snack. Because that's not going to be...
My tummy hurts.
Oh, no. Go. Why don't you go... Do you want to lay down?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Lay down. Lay down on my bed. You're fine. You're always welcome. You want to take your... Okay, take your shirt off. You're always welcome. Go ahead. Okay, let's be a little bit daring. Now, here, let me help you. You got it? Marky is getting himself ready. Patrick Ta always talks about using the creams and the mattes interchangeably, and I'm concerned about this, but I'm gonna take the Lumiere brush, I think that's what it's called. We are gonna go into the light cream shade. Let's just try it. I mean, it can't hurt. Let's see. I'm gonna use it to, well, the plan was to blend out the gold. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's kind of where I'm going with this, because I wanted to do a light look, so that's okay. And I'm just tapping the shimmer back in just a little bit. Let's take that same cream and put it underneath the lower lash line. Let's do that. This is different for me because I don't trust it. Now, unfortunately, I am doing this look at night, so I am not going to be able to give like a wear test about the creams. The look that I wore to school today, which was the second look, that lasted beautifully. So we have that. Now what I do want to do is use the brown shade as a liner, and I have this Nabla brush, and we're gonna try to do that on camera, but this is a bit tough for me, so we'll see how it goes. And Patrick Ta talked about using these cream shades as liners, as bases, as like enhancements for a smoky eye. So I think this would be really beautiful to use as a liner. And I'll be honest, like, it's hard for me to do this on camera, but I think it takes this like kind of light eye and just gives it a little something extra. And I know that this is something I need to practice. And that's okay, because that's what this is all about. Like, I usually don't do like wings and stuff like that, because it's tough, especially when you have like the hooded eye situation. See the vision. See the vision. So Marky is in my bed like this is where he's going to be for the night. No, because I need to watch Bridgerton. I'm on like episode 3. I'm going to stop here because I don't want to do too much. So here's the look. And even if the eyeliner isn't completely perfect or straight, hopefully you can see where I'm trying to go with this. I just wanted to be able to show, I don't know, some versatility that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I definitely don't mix like cream shadows and matte shadows together like that. And I definitely don't do any wings. I've tried, but they're tough. They're tough with hooded eyes. But you know, there's a wing for us all, you know? All right, I am going to go ahead and finish this look up off camera, and then I will be back to just close out this video. All right, you guys, I am back with the last look. I think oh no, honey. Well, this one looks pretty good. This one, I don't know. But I tried to do pretty good with the wing. You know, just tried a little something different. But, you know, it's something I'm working on and I can perfect or get better at. So, you know, it's hard. It's hard. But this was just kind of like a really light look, because I always tend to go smoky and deep, and I just wanted to challenge myself to do something that may appeal to people who might not want smoky and deep all the time. What I like about this look is that I used the cream shades in a way that was not just a base. I wanted to try to have them, or the one shade that I did use, be seen. I wanted to have it be the star. As far as everything else that I have on my face, I have on the same products that I had on in the second look. Final thoughts on this palette. When you're seeing this video, there's going to be like today, which is going to be Sunday, and then I believe Monday the 11th in the Sephora VIB sale. I love it, and I cannot wait to try the first one again. It was super easy to use. It didn't have that weird shimmer, and I think the shimmer shades that were chosen are beautiful. They are textured, but I thought the texture looked great with the reflex that were included in the shade. So I don't have anything negative to say at all. But what I did want to do is grab a couple of my indie singles that I thought would be really complimentary to this palette, and possibly maybe dupe a shade or two in this palette. So let's get into that now. This shade right here, Desire, I believe it's a topper, and I was saying in the video how it has that pink to gold flip, and there it is. And it just made me think of a couple of eyeshadow shades in my collection. So I just wanted to go ahead and do a couple of swatches, and we'll see if they compare. So there is the shade Desire, and it's a bit tough to see, but it is a beautiful pink gold flip shade. Let's look at some indie singles. The first shade I thought of is actually in a palette, and this is Sashimi City. This is by Kaleidos. Pink Ginger is the shade, and that's this one right here. Ooh, I think, can y'all see it? I think it's super close. I'm getting better with my comparisons. We must thank Miss Alicia Archer for that. Okay, I have the shade Vermilion by Cleona, and there it is. Look at that flip. Ooh, this flip is, look at that. You don't see that flip in that shade? I feel like we can't see it, but this is an entirely different formula, but these two, I think, have the same type of glitters. This one's like super smooth. Okay, the next shade, this is the one I thought of initially. This is Tucana by Divina. This is one of my favorites. Oh my God. So this one's different too. They're a little similar, but these two are pretty close. This one just has a little bit of a deeper tone again, and I'm not sure how much you can see it, but they are really similar. The last shade I pulled out was by Terra Moons, or is by Terra Moons. This is the shade Wicked Rose. Yeah, so that's another pink gold. So these are like my little pink gold flip shades, and they're all different actually. Well, that's all I have for this video. My final thoughts. What was I thinking with the first palette, and why didn't I like it? Which is why I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna refilm that video just with my increase of knowledge. What was I thinking? I guess the lesson learned is like, you gotta give palettes a chance. They all want a chance, and I didn't give it a chance.
No chances.
Huh?
No chances.
Oh, like I said, no chances, but I tried to give it a chance. But I love this one. This could be an everyday palette. Like, if I didn't have so many palettes, You know what? Maybe that's a whole, maybe that's a video. If I didn't have so many palettes, which palettes would I use every day? Maybe I'll pick 10. Is that good? Is that a good idea? Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me on another Mimosas and Makeup. I do hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Block your